What's up, guys? This is Suh with Vengeance, and I am back here with another Madden NFL 16 Miami Dolphins franchise, and today is Week 16 against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, before we begin, I know you guys saw probably the duration of the video, probably being a little shorter than what you're used to seeing, but I do have some explaining to do of why I did this. We've already clinched the AFC. We're 13-1. Everybody else is like 9-5, or 10-4 is like the next best record, I think, in the AFC, which by default we've already clinched the AFC. So with that, I decided that we were going to rest our starters for the last couple of weeks. Sure, they're going to start and play like one possession to just keep them like their repetitions up or whatever, so they don't get too rusty. But nonetheless, we're going to bench these guys. And for the last couple weeks, we're going to be playing like the bench players. So don't expect like me to like have any great games, because these backups are backups for a reason. They're not meant to put up 40 points in a game or even stop any sort of high-powered attack. So don't expect much from these last few games. But do realize that I've already clinched the AFC. If you take a look at the standings already, you guys would have probably noticed that by now if you guys can do math. But we are going to rest our starters, get ready for the playoffs, because we already clinched home field advantage as well. That's what I mean. Like, we already have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and we don't need to worry about that kind of stuff. So, like I said, videos are going to be a little bit shorter for this week and the game next week against the Bills. So don't expect much. Probably going to be playing a lot of the backups. Like I said, I'm not even going to make these videos long, just to show you guys, for record purposes, what I'm doing. So like I said, come playoff time, it's going back to full on ready to kick butt type of videos, and I'm actually really excited about these playoffs, because if you guys have noticed that a lot of these playoff teams are like teams that you never would have thought like are going to be in the playoffs, like, or even contending for the playoffs. Like, you see the AFC North was like stacked, right? That's a race. That's a division race for the ages. Like, there's all four teams are contending, and you never know like any given week who's going to be leading the AFC North. Right now it's the Ravens at 9-5, and you got like three teams that are 8-6. So yeah, even the Browns are contending, which no one would have thought. And then you get the South, where you had the Titans leading. And the Titans, I mean, granted that Mariota's, I think, actually the quarterback of the future for the Titans. He's actually a good quarterback. But who knows? They're 9-5. They're going to be in the AFC. They're going to probably be I don't even know who's going to be the second team in the AFC. That's the crazy thing. We don't even know who the second team is going to be, the second round, the second bye team week. Or the second bye-week team. We already clinched that spot, but we don't know who the second team is, because you got the Raiders in there as well at 9-5. And, yeah, all division leaders in the AFC besides us are 9-5. So that's going to be something that's going to be interesting coming next week. Who's going to be in the playoffs and who's not. I haven't even played Week 17 yet, but you also got a few teams in my own division besides the Patriots. The Bills are contending for that spot as well. And if they win out, they have to go through us. And of course, we're not going to make it easy on them, even if we are playing backups. We're still going to do our best to try and win a game, so we don't let them into playoffs, because, we don't want the Bills in there. Come on now. And plus, the Bills beat us earlier in the year by some crazy thing that happened. So I'm not too fond of the Bills right now. So we got to come out with that win and finish out at least 14-2. But 13-3 is still really good. It's an 81% winning percentage. So I can't even be mad at that. So, yeah. And the NFC is looking pretty nice too. You got Atlanta, who we're playing right now, obviously, who we gave up a touchdown to. They're 10-4. You got the Seahawks in there as well. They're probably going to win the West. And in the North, it looks like it's going to be the Packers. And then the East is pretty stacked as well. You got the Eagles and the Cowboys in there as well. So I don't know. It's like I said, NFL playoffs are always interesting to find out and see who makes it and who doesn't. Because it's all about, like, it doesn't matter how good you are in the regular season. It's a matter of can you get hot at the right time? And I've always said that, like, if a team gets hot at the right time, kind of like the Giants back when they beat the undefeated Patriots, they just got hot at the right time, and they were pretty much an unstoppable force. It doesn't matter how good you were in the regular season, you still got to perform in the postseason. And like, regular season doesn't mean anything once you're in the playoffs. It's one game at a time, and we got to prove that again here in the next postseason, because we could probably get beat by any of the teams that we face in the playoffs. So, like, we've almost lost to Oakland. We almost lost to Baltimore, or Baltimore always contends with us. I haven't had much experience facing Tennessee, but I remember facing them a couple of times in the beginning of the franchise, and I did beat them pretty handily. So it really all depends. So always keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled for the playoffs. I know I'm talking more so about the playoffs than about the gameplay, but I mean, like I said, who cares? We're playing bench players. Not really concerned about what's going on. It's bench players. So, who do you guys think will be, if you guys saw the standings at the beginning of the video, who do you think is going to win each division if it hasn't been clinched? And who do you think we will be facing in the first round, or actually in the divisional round, because we got home field advantage? Who do you think we're going to be facing in the divisional round of the playoffs? It's going to be interesting. I don't even know who we're going to face, honestly. So anyway, here's second down and 14 here for Matt Ryan and the Falcons. They have Mike Williams out there getting touchdowns, man. And that beard of his, man, that's a pretty powerful beard, I'm not going to lie. So here we are in the fourth quarter, actually, tied at 14. Here's Alex Smith getting it off to Vincent Harvey, who fumbles the football. And yes, he was actually playing this second or third string most of the game. But Alex Smith cannot catch up. Bryce Butler cannot catch up. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Falcons. So now they take a 21-14 lead. After it looked like we were going to have some momentum in the fourth quarter for Alex Smith to actually come out with a win. But you see right here, Smith scrambling out of the pocket, throwing it deep for Bryce Butler, and he cannot hang on. That's why they're backups, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why they're backups. They got to do what they got to do to get themselves in the starting role. They got to get in the starting role. They got to actually perform. And dropping balls like that ain't going to get you anywhere higher up in the depth chart anytime soon. But this one looks like it's going to be wrapped up by the Falcons. It's 28-14. Matt Ryan having a spectacular day, but then again, I mean, look what we're doing. We're not even like, I'm not even saying I'm not caring at this point, but I'm not saying I don't care, but I'm just saying, like, it's backups. And I know Jordan Cameron was the one that scored that touchdown, but when you're switching out tight ends constantly with Mercedes Lewis is probably going to be sitting on the trying to catch a breather every few plays. But anyway. This one's pretty much over. We're going to take a touchdown right here to try and bring it within 3, making the final score 31-28 as Devontae Parker gets I think that's his 10th touchdown of the season, man. He could be, like I said, he could be a Pro Bowler. But anyway, we do move down to 13-2. Not something that's obviously too serious. Obviously, if you guys are longtime viewers of this series, you guys would know that one loss isn't going to affect us, especially this late in the year when we've already clinched the conference and home field advantage. It doesn't really matter. Let's just take it one game at a time. It's not like we're going for an undefeated season because we already lost earlier in the year to Buffalo, who we take on next week. And I'm probably going to be playing my bench players again next week. So, again, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like. And if you're new to this channel at all, there's a subscribe button down below for more content such as this. Cannot wait to start the playoffs. It's going to be nice. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we can go back-to-back to end the franchise off the right way. And I know if you guys didn't like seeing me watch or play the bench players, I'm sorry. I just want to keep my players healthy. But until then, my name is Suh with Vengeance. You guys have been amazing as always, and I am out. Peace.